Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's that time. It is tarot time with Cindy. I got in a really itchy nose. Maybe there's going to be downloads in this reading. I don't know. It's gonna see. I'm gonna use the same cards I used earlier today. Same spread, probably different story, and that's what's always fun about this. And so let's take a look for the collective. Your energy and somebody else's energy. We're going to see what motivates you, what you've overcome, and how you view the other. And we're going to see that of them as well. Ask the same questions. Energy could be reversed or flipped in any case in this reading. So let's see where this all lands. You are, the engineer. So that's interesting. So you come up with good solutions here that are also logical solutions, but they do also take into account the emotional needs that could be centered around a solution for a problem. What motivates you? You have athlete, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower, and strength of spirit. You're coming out as a very interesting character here. You're almost like the kind of person that would reinvent the wheelchair to me. Have you seen those? You don't really see them out in the everyday. I don't know what happened to them, but they seem like such a great idea. That's totally getting that energy off of you. And it's a wheelchair that actually has somebody, they stand kind of straight up in it, which gives them their full height so they don't feel like they're looking up at the whole world and everybody's looking down at them. It gives them like the perspective that they had if they had at any time walked, to maintain that perspective and that height. You know, like that's really the vibe that I'm getting with who you are. I mean, it's so specific. I don't imagine that you are the person that invented that type. Sorry, there's a big Larry fluff there. That type of, I'm gonna call it a contraption because it's a needed tool for people, right? But I mean, that's totally it. It's like, yeah, you can invent a wheelchair and it gets you where you're going. But what about the emotional aspect of someone in that wheelchair? So see where this goes. Oh, what have you overcome? Now, this is always easier for me when it's in the shadow. You do have it in the shadow. It's the student. Arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. Oh, boy, who are you? You are really coming across to me as an inventor, but an inventor that is maybe, is it an inventor? As somebody who's coming up with solutions here, but you know how important it is to make sure that the solution isn't just practical. That, you know, what's the point of coming up with a wheelchair for someone if every day that they're in that wheelchair, they're feeling, there's a part of themselves that they feel like looked down upon, or they feel less than. And it's almost like you've realized that. You've done the research, or you've looked into what it is that, why isn't that working? Why does nobody want my wheelchair? Or you've gone back and you've interviewed people, right? The wheelchair is just, it's a metaphor. It might actually have a broader meaning in this, this reading as well. It's kind of interesting, right? Okay, you can't, I'm going to move. Why don't you lay there? Lay. What? If you're crooked, if you're snuggled into me and I'm moving, you're going to feel movement. Just stay down. You know what it is? She usually sleeps on this couch when I'm down in the office, me office area. I'm down in the office area doing the readings. She's usually on this couch. So I think she feels like, yeah. I need to get back to my regular face. Okay, so let's keep going here. Larry's sleeping in my bathroom sink, so we probably won't have distractions from him. But with this card now coming out, it really is giving me the impression like you create this invention. It's got really practical aspects here. Or there's a solution, right? Like you have a solution to something, and that solution, it fits every practical need to a T. And then you go back and you interview the people who are using or utilizing this practical invention or tool or whatever you've created or whatever you're doing. And then you start to get to the aspect of like, well, do you look forward to getting in the wheelchair at the beginning of the day? No, not really. I don't. Oh, okay. Why? Because you know, I was kind of hoping it would help your mobility and that would open more doors for you. And, well, you know what? I feel like a little kid. I feel like I need people to help me with things. I can't reach things that I would normally reach. I can't see things that I used to see. And, you know, I do appreciate your chair, but there's a large part of myself that is still lost. And sometimes when I get in the chair, it just reminds me of that, right? I almost feel like I'm channeling something here. And it's like you take that in and you think about that. And you're like, how can I give this person the height that they used to have? Like that's like the fact that this card came out with what we're already picking up on, right? It's almost like you realize your arrogance in pursuing something. The knowledge that I have, because I just had this knowledge, but I didn't actually realize, you know, all of these other facets here that needed to be considered, particularly this person's mental and emotional health. Because this is where you are today. Okay, so let me read this to you. The shadow, I always find the shadow of this card is really good for understanding it in the light. Reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequences. So, right? So you are understanding the emotional consequences of any solutions that you come up with here. They can't just always be practical and you expect, yes, well, yeah, because you could look at something textbook and then you go to apply it to real life. No, there's all sorts of things there that haven't been considered in that. And that is you. And it is transcending. It is like what motivates you is for people to be able to have willpower. Oh, come on. Put in the comment. Who are you? This is really, really, really coming across to me. The energy of somebody who comes up with solutions to help possibly people with handicaps. And this may not be like an obvious handicap. It could be something that is not seen. Like it could be a neurological handicap. It could be neurodivergent. It could be like autism. There's so many things that this could be. How do you view the other? Which is interesting. I can already see that it's in reverse. It's in the shadow. I don't even know who this other is. Messiah in the shadow. Exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Wow, that makes me feel like this could be somebody you're working with, right? Because this person believes, well, I'm the only solution here. This could also even be like someone who invented the first wheelchair. Again, the wheelchair is a metaphor for something that you create in your life or something that you have the capacity to help others with. Like it's what you do. And maybe you were doing it through the design that someone else originally created, but you're looking at it from this standpoint and saying, oh, wait a second, there's a whole element that was never considered when this was created. And that really needs to be considered. And this person is like, no, you don't need to change a thing. Just the way I do it, it's just fine. So who are they? Well, that's interesting because it is in the light, but who are they? Oh, they are the Don Juan, but it's in the light. They know how to spotlight their positive, seductive qualities. Okay, I don't know what that's around, but again, you came back to put the chin on the knee. She came back. She came back in the position that she was frustrated with me in because I kept moving. So, you know, maybe she's trying to get me to leave. She's, can I have my couch back? Okay. This person knows, they know what aspects of themselves can be utilized to draw people towards them, what people really like. All right, so what motivates them? Hermit. Seek solitude to focus intently on inner life, serves personal creativity. I'm going to go a bit out on a limb here because I feel like what motivates you is not like something within, well, I mean, it would be your own life to some extent. It's like how you help people. This is how you help people. You help people by thinking outside of the box, for one thing. And then if you've come up with a solution or you're using a solution that's always been used, you know, it's almost like you're open to getting some feedback. Well, how is that working for you? Maybe whoever this other person is, they've never received feedback. They may only just like to get praise, or they may know what to do just to get praise. So where I'm going with that is your motivation is kind of like, I think it's other people. Unless you're the person with this handicap. That could be it too. You could be this person with this handicap. And you are recognizing that there are solutions here, maybe even in your own life, right? Like even in your own life. Oh, that's interesting. That haven't been considered before. And you've overcome that arrogance, ignorance. I want to say it's both, arrogance and ignorance. That's actually a dangerous combination. Yeah, arrogant ignorance is really dangerous. Because that's somebody who thinks that they know and they don't. They don't. But you've overcome it. So I'm really curious though, because I'm trying to talk through this with the hermit. Are they interested in somebody who seeks solitude? Would they seek solitude? It seems strange, right, for a Don Juan, but maybe. We'll see. It's always interesting to see how these unfold. What have they overcome? Servant in the light. Delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. So they've overcome that. Oh, they're hermit. This person wants to get away from others. Why do you view them as a Messiah in the reverse? I don't know. We're gonna come back to that. Let's just keep understanding who this person is as a whole on their own here, okay? This is somebody who definitely knows what their attractive and seductive qualities are. Now, it's not in the shadow, so they're not necessarily using that for romantic attraction for any type of a private agenda. They might know that in certain circumstances, you know, both men and women might find these parts of them attractive. Maybe there's things that this person has done and people find that attractive, or they're fully aware of it, but they won't. So honoring this person's energy, this person will not utilize those aspects of themselves to garner attention for any sort of private agenda that they might have. Everybody's got a private agenda, right? I mean, Lily's got a private agenda right here. I think she wants me off the couch. She does. So what? Okay, this person is seeking solitude. That's what they want. Something that serves, right? Serves personal creativity. Something that serves themselves. What have they overcome is serving people with a free and loving heart. They want to serve themselves. Maybe how this person has helped others or served others, it is kind of considerate. It's kind of sexy the way this person helps people out or whatever that could be, right? And they're like, I want to bring that back to myself. Now, how do they see you? They see you. It's in the light. They see you as a seeker. I'm so curious why you see this person as the Messiah in the shadow. Okay, they don't see you as anything bad here. They see you as somebody who's you have a thirst for wisdom, truth, and truth wherever they are. That is very, very accurate to that engineer energy because, right, it's not just a practical solution. There are emotional needs that need to be considered here. Yes, that wheelchair works great. Yes, that wheelchair will even do stairs. Yes, that, like, that's amazing. But there's, how much can it improve? If it has improved, the people who utilize this tool, if it has improved their mental or emotional health, how much so? How much has it? How much more could we? Could we get close to 100%? Well, okay, realistically, maybe not. But can we hit 80? Can we hit 90? Like, you're like, right? And it's kind of like this person sees you as that. It's like, okay, there's more to this than what we see here. We've succeeded in something. I don't know. I like this. Doing. The biggest question I have in this whole reading is why you see this person, that they have some type of exaggerated belief that only through them can things succeed. I'm really curious why you have that, because they don't necessarily, maybe this person comes off as really, really confident in themselves. Maybe this person doesn't dress themselves down. Maybe this person is a little bit showy. I don't know. Oh wait, how are you and this person connected? Okay, I want to say something here. This could also be a situation where, okay, this other person could be someone who is very magnetic and very attractive. And I'm not saying that you're not, but I want to say there's something about what that person has in that avenue that may just naturally bring confidence and success to them, right? This person could have a little bit of pretty, privileged, handsome, what rhymes with handsome that goes with privilege? I don't know. But maybe there's some things that this person has been able to easily do. And like you're a thinker and you are thinking outside of the box. Like, okay, the term mental gymnastics, I don't want it to be taken out of context in terms of how I'm reading you, because this is mental gymnastics that creates flexibility and strength in the mind. This is not like mental gymnastics as opposed to trying to convince something that is like not, okay, what are you doing here? No, you're just really bouncing all over the place on the trampoline, trying to distract from what the actual truth is. Not that. There's like, you do mental gymnastics, which is funny, you have the athlete card, but it's the type of mental gymnastics that strengthens and creates flexibility in the mind and through solutions like problems that you run into. Okay, oh, I have to get it. Okay, that came out real quick. It's like Spirit was waiting for me to stop talking there. Okay, the Rebel in the reverse, this is how you know them, connected to them, and the Scribe in the upright. The Rebel in the reverse, this is somebody who rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion, but then Scribe, preserving knowledge and information. I think you guys are making me do mental gymnastics with these readings lately. They have been really friggin' deep. Oh boy. The fact that they came out different from one another. Somebody here rejects legitimate authority. Maybe this person has some type of authority and they think they can smooth talk you. Rebels out of peer pressure, or just because it's fashionable to do that. Preserving knowledge. See, this is where I'm getting confused, because if somebody is rebelling out of something just because it's fashionable or hypergamy, is that? Yeah, that's that term, isn't it? I think I'm using that in the right context. That's not necessarily preserving knowledge, because I feel like it's preserving false knowledge if there isn't really something there to truly rebel against. Wait, okay, I gotta ask, okay, Samaritan victim rescuer, holy crap. So look at that underline. Oh, this is gonna be a doozy. Okay, we have the rescuer, it's in the light. Then we have this, these are all in the light. Well, I know your floppy ears. I end up putting my elbow on it. I'm so sorry, but I'm moving. These are all in the light, so that's good. Provide strength and support to others in crisis. Acts out of love with no expectation of reward. Okay, so I want to say that could also be sort of like you showing up in this engineer energy. You've overcome any arrogance or ignorance you've had around a topic, understanding that there's also emotional needs that need to be considered here, right? So And also like helping somebody. Because what expectation do you have if you're going to give somebody a wheelchair? What do you want them to do for you? Honestly, you should just, if you could provide somebody who has a handicap and provide them with the tool, whether that is a physical tool or knowledge and ability within themselves to be able to overcome that challenge, you really shouldn't expect, I guess if it's a business, maybe somebody's got to pay for it, but maybe there could be funding or something. I don't know, like, right? Like what could you expect for somebody that you're going to help? You really shouldn't. That person is already, yeah, let them kind of start to develop their sense of dignity and pride in themselves again, right? To have like, just kind of let it go away and let them have that. I think that would be you. It's here in the light. Samaritan, refined your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. This reading is over the top, curious, crazy for me. I was hoping to have a nap later today, but I don't think I'm going to get one in with this one. This feels like it could be a bit of a doozy, this reading. Are these people that you have? Okay, now I'm wondering if, because of all of the way this is coming across here, if you come up with a solution, or you have helped this other person in some way here. You have helped this person in some way, and the way that you've helped them is more than what you should do, or right, like above and beyond what anyone else in your place would do, I feel like. There's parts of this reading that throw me off though, because their Don Juan is not in the reverse. Maybe we just need the tarot at this point, because I would say like, well, maybe this person, based on this underline, is giving me this impression that, is it possible that this person thought that, well, you would help them because they're just wonderful. Why wouldn't you help them? Victim in the light, prevent you from letting yourself be victimized or victimizing others. This screams to me of avoiding the victim persecutor triangle or whatever the hell that is. Like avoiding that, like 100%. But you don't avoid helping people that you know you can. You just have a pretty good boundary there with it. It's really with that Samaritan in the light. Oh, really? The femme fatale is in the reverse. That's what was reversed behind that. That's kind of like the feminine version of the Don Juan. Inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. I know already. Like, okay, why do you view this person as having an exaggerated belief that only they're the only person that like something can be successful here, that they're the only one that's got the solution? Why do you see them as that? I'm finding that so curious. It feels like it's something here that's not coming up into the reading. So it's not, well, let's see, okay. The Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. Why you see them is that. So they're down. Maybe they're down because they think they left you to do something and they don't think you're doing it. It's like, well, I did what I could and this person ain't doing shit. Maybe. The Five of Cups, the Emperor, the Magician, and the Four of Cups. Yes, this person is like, I am, there's the exaggerated belief that I am the only person that can create anything here. And if I'm not creating, I'm disappointed. Because as the Four of Cups is there, it's sort of like this, there is an aspect to this person that feels like you haven't recognized them or you haven't recognized something. It's kind of funny because it's hit, I kind of feel a little bit like it's hit their ego with the Hermit card. I do and I don't, because the Hermit's not in the shadow. That's the funny thing about this. I'm just going to go on my own over here. And, okay, let's look at this Don Juan. What's one of their seductive qualities? What is one of this person's seductive qualities? Everything. Fuck, everything. The Nine of Pentacles. One of their seductive qualities. Boy, they can look after themselves. Boy, they look really good. Boy, they take care of themselves. Boy, this person is independent. Boy, this person has their own money. Boy, this boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Like literally. Their independence is a seductive quality. So cute. It's like, I'm independent and I look great. I look after myself. You're kind of like, yeah, okay, whatever. I gotta do stuff to do. I don't know. But it's not, they're not wrong because it's not, they're not wrong that this isn't a seductive quality. And it should be. Honestly, to God, it should be. Why are they Hermit? I really need to understand this person because, well, I want to know what this is to this that you're coming up with here. I don't know. What motivates them is the Hermit. They're going to seek solitude and focus on their inner life. And they're going to serve their personal creativity. Well, if nobody will love me, I will. I want to say that the Four of Wands, what motivates them? This person could be actually having a bit of a fantasy time in their head. I feel like this person is having, like, are they, when it says, like, they're really, they're either like really creating like fantasies of happiness and joy around them, or this person is intentionally avoiding like reasons to celebrate or get out there with other people. What they've overcome is delight. So they don't delight in serving others. Free loving heart anymore. The Six of Swords. Nope. What were they doing? How are they serving people with a free and loving heart? Are they totally... Or the Chariot. This way or that way. There was like emotional. This person was doing the emotional stuff. Like that you have as the engineer in the light. Oh, this is one of them that I don't feel like I'm going to totally figure out. And I'm going to, in the comments, there's going to be somebody, at least one of you, that is going to have like some details that really knit this together. Maybe who they are is this okay, maybe they're not using this seductive quality, right? Because it's in the light. They are not using this seductive quality about them. This person, I don't know, they feel like a fucking prize with the cards that have come out as who they are. But they're keeping to themselves. They're not sharing it. Oh, is this the person in the wheelchair? That's who this is. This is the person in the wheelchair. You have a solution for this person. They're like, yeah, the collective comes up with all sorts of answers and stuff, but I don't. Oh boy, this reading. Do you know what this is? I know it's a metaphor because I don't know your situation, but this is it to a T. This is you and this person worked together, or were somehow, okay, it's the metaphor. You work together in the same factory where you build wheelchairs. And then it's almost like something happens to this person and they need the wheelchair. and they're not happy in the wheelchair. This person is who you would like to apply, like, right? And it's almost like even this person gives you the opportunity to really know what it means to be in the wheelchair. You are the engineer for this person. And you also understand the emotional needs here now. But this person is, you know, I kind of want to say, like, there's going to be stages for anybody who finds themselves handicapped or finds themselves in some way unable to do what they used to do before, or if they were once the person that helped someone, now they're the one that needs help, but they don't want to take it, because that's how it kind of comes across here for me. If they were somebody who used to provide help, they don't want to receive that help. This person, yeah, okay, they see you as the seeker in the light. You're looking for wisdom and truth wherever you can find it. But this person is closed off with the hermit. There's, yeah. Oh, the fool. Wherever you can find it. Even maybe a little bit of risk to yourself here is if I can find the truth. If I can find it just anywhere. And you see them as thinking that they're the only person that can come up with a solution to a problem. Huh. So, okay, now that makes sense for the rebel in the reverse, right? Because it's almost like this person is pushing back on something that's going on here that doesn't work. I don't feel better in the wheelchair. It's not helping me. But you always built, we were building wheelchairs. We were fitting people. We were getting this. No, I don't want to talk about it. I got to go now. It's just like, right? Like, but, so there's a possibility that this person has been through something big. So you're the engineer in the light. I want to say too, the rebel and the scribe, the way that came through, it's sort of like you're documenting the aspects that this person pushes up against, because that's part of understanding the emotional solution to this problem. Where does this person push up against things just for the sense of rebelling? I'm not, no. As opposed to taking that personally, it's literally like you're documenting it. Like, okay. They're reacting that way in this situation, obviously, because this situation makes them feel this way about themselves because of how this, right? Like, I don't even want to pretend, like I'm trying to, not in this reading, to even imagine or pretend that I have any idea what it is like to get past a major disability here. It's just that I'm just trying to do the best that I can. But I know that I'm completely ignorant to it. So I do apologize if anyone out there, and I know there will be people who are, and I am not voicing things correctly. I do apologize that, because I am ignorant in it, but it is the example of what is coming through here. So I'm just doing my best with it. But it's like, why does this person get frustrated in that sense? Because their identity was linked to this, helping people. And now they can't help people. They need help. How can I do something so that they can maybe still help people? This reading is yeah, very, very different. So the Two of Pentacles with the Engineer. There's a couple of things to consider here. There definitely is. And you are that. You're figuring something out here. Athlete is what motivates you. The King of Swords. Clear mind. A clear mind. You got to have a clear and focused mind here, right? Because you're likely dealing with someone who is rebelling when they don't need to. And when this person puts up a front of rebellion, that's a sign. That's a sign to the wound. That's a sign of the area of them that is hurt, or that it's flagging where the problem might be, right? To help them. It's not that the buttons on the wheelchair are blue. It's something else, right? And you're flagging that. And it's like you're documenting it. So student in the shadow is what you've overcome. The Knight of Wands. That's interesting because the Knight of Wands is Sagittarius, which is like philosophy. Philosophy versus practical. The philosophy that something will work. But the practical, it's like you're getting that through this person. Yeah, okay. Even just take away the scenario that this is someone you work with in a wheelchair factory, or you're designing wheelchairs. It feels like it's literally this person thinks, like that's what you can see. I'm going to guess that you're seeing it pretty accurately based on how all of the cards have been coming out. It was just tricky for me to understand why you saw them like that, because it's not really showing up in the cards that identify them as who they are. But it's like if this person strikes out at you, if they've needed to come to get a wheelchair, this person has needed to come to get some type of assistance or help with an area of their life where they feel disempowered, right? They feel that they're the only one that has a solution. Maybe they're trying to tell you what you need to do to the wheelchair, how the wheelchair. But instead of like, obviously that's not what the wheelchair needs, but you're like, well, there's something else here. And you're really thinking outside the box with somebody. This is honestly such a specific reading. It's one of those times where I feel like I'm doing a reading. It's going to resonate like with one person. But it's also such a valuable story. What are they rebelling against that they don't need to? The Nine of Wands. It's some type of long-held boundary that this person has capped. Huh. Maybe this person has been victimized. It's here. There's victim energy, but it's all healthy. You're like, you're healthy, healthy, healthy. And this person is rebelling because there's a wound. And that's the funny thing with the Nine of Wands, right? Like there is a long-standing wound here. And it's like you're documenting it. How are you documenting this? I feel like I'm looking at a psychologist or someone who's dealing with a person here that maybe they fooled all the other psychologists, or that's kind of how it comes across too. It's like, nobody can help me. What are you documenting in this long-standing wound? Oh. How this person feels hurt and betrayed. I guess so. Do they do? How has this person been hurt and betrayed? The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. The Eight of Wands. Oh, and the Three of Swords. How has this person been hurt and betrayed? Healed and then left. I don't know, because it's the Eight of Wands and does it. No, it's weird. It's almost like this person doesn't, I don't know what I'm getting here. I'm getting like lately, okay. I had like a little blurb with someone in the comment section. And that was, I wanted to expand on it a bit with them. I thought it was an interesting, I think it was the vampire reading. And they were saying like, the reading was just so specific. It was like a private reading, which they thought was amazing. But then it was also like, but then there's so many other people experiencing the same thing. And it got me thinking, where I've kind of like looked at what I've been doing, sort of like the cycle of it. And the beginning, like 6 years ago when I was doing this, it was kind of like a lot of people having awakenings. There was a lot of awakening and awareness going on in those readings. And then it shifted into kind of like shadow work and doing sort of like the hard stuff. And then lately there has been like more of a lean towards like being aware of how people are taking advantage or vampiring you, or energies being stolen, like, right? Like it keeps taking us on a whole new level, kind of like as a collective through themes, but we'll sit in these themes for a while. And I do feel like we've kind of started to go, because this is another example. This is very, very nuanced to some degree of healing vampirism. Say that. It's not necessarily like an energy or a spiritual vampiring. It is like a healing vampirism. And if you have lasted with me this far into the reading, because I'm sure a lot of people would have clicked off at this reading quite a while ago. Because it's not an easy reading to pull out. And a lot of people want a quick answer. And you just, no quick answer 90% of the time is the right answer. I've understood that. I've figured that one out. So a lot of people leave with the wrong answer. There's that too. And it's not a quick answer, but because these are not easy answers to get to. There's someone here who I feel like you made them feel good. You made them feel good. You made them feel healed. But then maybe you moved on. That person feels betrayed in this way. Maybe that person is writing this shit. Maybe that's what they're writing, because they're writing something. But it also feels like they're rebelling against something unnecessarily. But they are hurt because you made them feel good and then you left. So I don't know how else to describe it. Maybe too at a point where this person was really down and being hurt or betrayed here. Because then the Ace of Cups comes in. And I see you like that. I see you, yeah. But then the Eight of Wands and Three of Swords. It just feels like, oh, and it's gone. So they're down. They're sad. They're sad? You see them as sad or down. But they think they're the only person that can fix this. Well, now that's interesting. Because we do try to steer away from codependency in tarot readings and spiritualism. But that is not wholly true. Because I know what a difference sometimes one person can make in my life. And but to not become dependent upon that, right? Like, and I'm not sure if that's here or not. I don't know. Sometimes just a friendly face and a friendly smile is all that you need. Why this person feels like they're the only one. I'm still, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could sit in this reading and I'm just sitting, I feel like I've already taken so much time in it. And I do. I've seen the figures. Most people only watch a tarot reading for 15 minutes at the most. So when I say that, like, a lot of these readings, people want quick answers, but 90% of the time, the quick answer is the wrong answer. You have to keep digging. Most people leave with the wrong answer. They do. If you've made it this far, you are a champion. You are a champion. And the Knight of Pentacles is the bottom. I really don't know what else to say about it. What the Nine of Wands, what are they rebelling? Some type of boundary. No, they're rejecting a legitimate authority, though. They're rejecting legitimate authority out of anger. I want to say anger and or hurt. I don't know about peer pressure or fashion. I'm not sure what the cards that have come out. The Nine of Wands. The Two of Cups. Justice. And the Moon. I totally am hearing with that, but don't you like me too? It's weird. I don't know if this is a professional relationship. I don't know. The Knight of Swords, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords and the Knight of Swords at the bottom. I don't know. Truth and clarity. There is no lack of movement. Whoa. That was weird. I hit the other deck and the Knight of Wands flipped out over. Look at these two charging. I've been watching Game of Thrones lately. I don't know. It's like a... It's not to say that it's not good, like the character development and the storylines. There's a lot of unnecessary nudity. Why do I sound? I sound like an old woman. There's a lot of unnecessary nudity in that show. Oh my God. I did not just say that. What a prude. What a prude. Oh dear. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm going to go to extended. See, if you stayed till the end, you got that laugh. Okay, I'm going to go to extended. Oh God, I hope the extended's not as complicated as the YouTube version. Well, it's all YouTube. Well, it's not all YouTube. Okay, in the extended, I'm going to ask what they don't know about you, what you don't know about them, and what are their hidden intentions towards you. No. The link to access the extended is down in the description. You can either join the membership, join all extended reading videos, all extended videos. Don't join the other one. You won't get access. Or you can do a one-time payment at the bottom. Thank you so much, everybody. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.